or do I want to be Keller Williams? And so that was what sparked the idea for me to say, hey, you know what? I want to put myself on a fast track to getting to that seat as quickly as possible. So what I was able to do was I was able to test real estate in every aspect of real estate, from working part-time to working full-time to then working on a team, and then eventually working as an associate broker for a startup here in Atlanta. And so, we're live on Facebook, yay. Working for a startup here in Atlanta. And so I did that for almost 2 years, and that was where I really put some skin in the game. And that's where I really learned a lot about being a broker, about learning, managing a company and being responsible for people and that kind of thing. Can you slide that one over just a little bit? So that was definitely a blessing for sure, to learn the things that I did at that company. And so eventually I decided to move on and start off and branch out to do my own thing. And so now here we are, almost 2 years later, going into our 3rd year under my own brand. So that's just basically kind of a little bit of a background to see, because I get people asking me all the time, like, how are you so young and how are you doing this? Well, that's pretty much why. And I didn't mention that I actually became a broker when I lived in Florida. So I worked on a team in Florida, became a broker there, and then relocated back to Atlanta. So that's where I'm dual licensed. I'm licensed in both Florida and in Georgia. Hey, Facebook, how y'all doing? Sorry we got y'all up late, but I appreciate y'all for tuning in. So yeah, and now Williams & Co. is what it is today. So I'm really excited to be celebrating with y'all. Austin is here with me. He's going to help answer questions, and I'll put it close to you so that you can kind of respond to people and text back when they have questions or whatever. So let's get into it. So the first thing that I want to go over, I want to go over the 4 points that I made on my flyer, because I feel like a lot of times people will put flyers out there with all this information, but they don't really actually go over what's on those flyers. They don't actually tell you what it is that they advertise about. They market just so that you join in or whatever the case may be, but they never actually teach you anything. So I want to actually go through the points I made on my flyer. And the first point that I made on there was the highs and lows of ownership. So as you know, we're in a wave right now where everybody is wanting to say, I'm my own boss. I own my own business. I'm an entrepreneur. And that's great. That's awesome. Ownership is amazing. But are you really ready for ownership? Are you really ready for what it takes to own your own business and have your name on a business? Okay, because there are a lot of highs and there are also a whole lot of lows. Okay, so the highs, right? So one of the things that attracted me to becoming my own business owner was the fact that I could make my own rules. It was basically like I had this blank canvas, which just started as an idea. And now I get to paint that canvas however I choose. I get to name it. I get to pick the colors. I get to, pick all the graphics and do all the fun stuff, right? I've talked to so many business owners who have gotten to that phase, but then when the hard work starts to kick in, they back out. You spend the money to get the logo, but then you don't even work the business. Right. So, you have to realize that having a business is not just about saying it. It is actually an action. You have to actually work your business. Stop setting up all these LLCs just to post it on Instagram and say you have an LLC. That's not a business. That's a piece of paper. And there's a difference. So just taking that, I want you guys to take that to heart. And having full creative control of my brand. I'm really proud of my brand, you guys. I put a lot of money and effort and energy into it. Shout out to my line sister TK, who actually started my brand with me and created my company logo. She created these t-shirts as well and a lot of my other marketing material. And just to give you guys a transparent moment, when I started my company, I was not trying to be the face of my company at all. When I tell you I was so terrified about being the face of my company when I first started. The reason I was terrified is because I'm a black woman and I'm a young black woman at that. in an industry that is dominated by males oftentimes, and also older people. So when you talk about owning a real estate brokerage, that's old money. You know, that's money that lasts generations. So now I'm talking about not just being an agent. You know, oftentimes a lot of people are okay with you being an agent or being an employee. But when you're talking about flipping the script to come onto the ownership side, that's going to come with a lot of weight. That's going to come with a lot of struggle. And so I was terrified because I had all these self-doubts. I had these feelings. I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't have enough experience. I haven't closed enough. You know, who's going to believe in me? I'm just a young black girl that's a single mom who had a child out of wedlock. You have to overcome so many different obstacles to start a business. But if you're truly cut out for it, you'll get through it. You'll continue to overcome those objections and you'll push through. And that's what I had to do. The reason that another high for me of having this company is the fact that I get to change people's lives on a daily basis. On a daily basis, people are contacting me for advice. On a daily basis, people are asking me for help. On a daily basis, I'm able to see agents not know anything to becoming some of the top agents in the industry. So to me, I know that this is my calling. I know that this is something that I was made to do. I'm not doing this for Instagram or for Facebook or to show off or show out. I'm doing this because this is what God intended me to do. I was made to lead. I was made to help people. And in this industry, I'm able to do both of those things. And it's just amazing to see what God has been able to do. And so helping my agents and you know, to grow and to learn is just such a blessing. Such a blessing. And not only that, I'm able to help nonprofit organizations. I don't know if you guys watched the videos that I put out today, but I wasn't saying that just for marketing. We've actually given back thousands of dollars to nonprofit organizations, and that touches my heart. Every single closings, my agents has the option to donate money to organizations. So we're not just playing around. We're not just making money to keep it. We're making money to help people. And so that's a huge high for me with regard to being a business owner. The fourth point that I want to make with regard to why I love being a business owner is making money, right? We're not working as hard because we don't want to make money. Let's be clear. Everybody want to make a coin, okay? So making money, though, is all good, but the reason I was attracted to starting a real estate brokerage is because I wanted leverage, right? You want to build a business, yes. You want to make money, yes, but you don't want to work forever. You don't want to be in a business where you're the only person that they can call to get something done, where Denise is the only person that can actually do this task. You don't want to build a business that way. It might seem like it's all good in the beginning, but eventually you're going to get burnt out. So I really love the fact that I'm able to build a business that I can eventually walk away from, which the goal is in the next year and a half, no more than 2 years, to be able to actually own the business but not work the business on a day-to-day basis. So think about that, guys. When you're thinking about what kind of business do you want to start, plan your exit strategy from the beginning. Don't wait until you invested thousands and thousands of dollars into a business. You put years behind a business that you can never exit from. Okay? So make a note of that. Make sure that it's a business that will provide you leverage. All right? Because this man right here is not going to be around too long if I don't have time for him. Right? And I don't need none of y'all trying to slide in the DMs. So I need a business that's going to provide me with leverage so that I can have time for my family, so that I can have time for my friends, so that I can have time to do the things that I enjoy. Now let's talk about some of the lows. The first one I have here is that you're responsible for everything, right? When you're the boss, you pay the cost to be the boss, right? You pay the cost to be the boss. That is so true. So everything that happens, the good, the bad, the ugly, guess what? It has my name on it. It's going to have your name on it. So make sure you're ready for that. So when it comes to overhead, if my agents don't close one deal in a month, guess what stays? My overhead. My overhead isn't going anywhere. My overhead doesn't care if my agents don't close. My overhead doesn't care if I was sick that month. My overhead does not care if I just don't feel like paying the bills. They are going to be there. So make sure that you are ready for that. You don't want to overextend yourself when you're starting a business, especially when you're just starting out. Don't get so excited and don't get so hyped up that you're just putting all of your money into the wrong things. Number 2, you're going to have to put in the work. I'm always working. A lot of people that are close to me know that it's unfortunate, but I have to work quite a bit. I work a lot, a whole lot. But I understand that experts say that you have to put in 10,000 hours before you become an expert in a specific field. And I'm 8 years in, I'm well beyond that. But now it's a new 10,000 because now I've leveled up. Now I've come to a new level. So different levels are going to require you to redo that 10,000 hours because the things that I knew as an agent are completely different from what I need to know as a broker. It requires an entire mindset shift. It requires new skills. It requires a new level of confidence. It requires so many different things. So every time you shift gears in your business or every time you level up to another level in your business is going to require a new set of learning, another amount of learning curve towards your business. So keep that in mind. Number 3, you're going to lose money. Okay? Let me tell you, when you're starting a business and you're running a business, you will lose money. It's just no way around it. I mean, you can get mentorship, you can get coaching, but at the end of the day, I know I'm not alone when people say, don't tell me what to do, right? I know this one loved to tell me that. Don't tell me what to do. I know my idea is going to work, right? I know if I do it this way, it's going to work. I don't need to do it like that. I'm going to do it like this. So you're going to lose money as a business owner, okay? So make sure you're prepared for that. And it's okay. You're going to learn from it. I can't tell you how many times I've spent money unnecessarily, but I learned from it. And then number 4, spending money before you make any money. A lot of times people end up getting themselves into a whole lot of trouble, into a whole lot of debt, into a whole lot of loans that they're not going to be able to pay back. And, I've been in situations where I've had to borrow or use my credit card or, things like that to make my business start or make my business run. Williams & Co. is not the only business that I've started, by the way. This is probably number 15, to be honest with you. I've tried everything you could think of, from Mary Kay, Primerica to tax companies, all kind of stuff. So, you're going to spend a lot of money, but one thing that I've learned is that you don't want to keep spending money before you have any income coming in. Try to find free ways to make sure that you're not just spending money unnecessarily. Work the free ways first. See how committed you are to your business before you go and you put all your money towards it. Because what people do oftentimes is they get this hot idea, which we all get, by the way. Newsflash, we all get great ideas, okay? We all do. So using that as an excuse to say, I have this hot idea, I'm just going to put all my money behind it without doing any market research, without doing any marketing, without doing any going out and talking to people about your idea and getting some feedback. You're not doing any of the groundwork, but you're just jumping out there on one idea and spending all this money unnecessarily. Don't do that. Learn from my mistakes, guys. I promise you, you don't want to do that. All right, so question number 2. I didn't mean to take that long on question number 1, but y'all feel free to chime in if y'all have anything to say. I'm in teacher mode right now. So please just let me be. All right. So business do's and don'ts. All right. So that's number 2. That was the second thing that I had on my flyer. So the do's. What you want to do in business is you want to value your business relationships. I cannot tell you how important it is to make sure that you value your business relationships. There are so many people that feel like somebody owes them something. You feel like because you know this person that they should render services for free. And that's not how business works. And it shouldn't be the way that you run business. That shouldn't be the expectation that you set. Because remember, you want to be in their shoes one day, right? You want to be a business owner and you want people to respect your business and you want people to respect your invoices. So you can't expect to get to a point where people will respect your business if you don't respect other people's business. Remember, you're not paying people for what they know now. You're paying them for the years it took for them to get to where they are. And when you value people's business, guys, especially in the real estate world, especially in the real estate world, I can't really speak to so many other businesses, especially in the real estate world, referrals are so important. Your business is built off of referrals. It's built off of referrals. So if you don't have great information, if you don't refer business to them or you don't help them grow their business, they're not going to reciprocate. So always remember that. Number 2, what you want to do in your business is you want to decide on your target market. You want to decide on who it is that you want to serve. Your business isn't made to serve everybody. It's not. I'm sorry. I know that you want to sell to every single person on the planet. There's over how many 6 billion people on the planet? 6.5? 7.5 billion people on the planet. Unfortunately, your business is not going to service all of them. So stop marketing to all of them. All of them is not your target market. You need to take the time, do the research, and see who it is that you need to service. People don't take enough time to actually write down who it is that they need to be doing business with. Once you decide on who your clients are, it's going to help you to be such a better business person because you know exactly who you're talking to. And you won't be all over the place with your marketing. You'll have very specific and targeted marketing and targeted focus so that you can service your clientele the best way possible. If not, you're going to be all over the place and you're not going to sell anything. Number 3, you want to protect your reputation at all costs. Guys, I can't stress the importance of being ethical enough. I've lost so many business opportunities because I chose ethics over money. And I will do it time and time and time again because that's what's important to me. I care more about being ethical than I do about being paid. And unfortunately in 2020, a lot of people don't feel that way. So I encourage you guys, choose ethics. Always choose ethics. Always do the right thing. It may require your business to grow at a slower rate, but I promise you it'll be worth it. It's much more worth it than being behind bars. Okay? Number 4, you need to be your own biggest fan. Okay? Stop expecting the world to be your biggest fan. I don't have to be your biggest fan. God didn't give me your gift. I don't have the passion that you have for your business. It's yours. You need to be your biggest fan. I don't care how much Austin loves me. He can't love my business more than I love my business. He can't put forth more energy into my business than I put forth into my business. So if y'all are expecting people to hype y'all up, keep expecting it and keep being broke. Because if you don't put your business first, if you don't market your business, then nobody else cares. You have to market it until you make people notice you, until you make people care. Nobody is going to support you if they don't even know about your business. One of my pet peeves, guys, I tell my agents the same thing. Do not make a post 1 or 2 times and expect somebody to refer business to you. Why do I need to refer business to you? You don't even take your business seriously. Why? Why am I going to send clientele your way when the only time I see you make a post was that one time on that one holiday? Why? So keep that in mind. If they don't support your business, it's not their fault. It's not their fault. It's yours. Because a lot of times they're not supporting because they just didn't remember. They just didn't remember you did that, sis. They just forgot you made t-shirts. They just forgot you made candles. They don't know you sell lashes because you don't market your business. That's no one's fault but yours. So don't get mad when you see your cousin, your sister, your brother, your friends use someone else when you thought that they would use you. It's because the other person outshined you. It's because the other person took their business more seriously. It's because they respect that person's hustle. All right, y'all gonna make me go to church on that one. Number 5, write down your business goals. Guys, why are you calling yourself a business owner and you have no goals? What are you doing? Business owners write down their goals. They create a business plan. They follow their business plan. They execute their business plan. They put timelines in place. If you have no timelines and you have no deadlines, then you don't have a business. Okay? If you just out here waking up, don't know what you're about to do today, you are not a business owner. By the way, let me do a shameless plug real quick. I did create a planner, BYOB planner on Amazon. It's out now. If you need one, to help keep you organized. But guys, make sure that you're writing down your goals and you're executing them. All right? Now the don'ts. What you don't want to do in your business is let social media fool you. Okay, let's be clear. There are a lot of people across industries, not just real estate, across industries that are scammers. Okay? There are a ton of people that just know how to market but aren't being honest about what they're doing. So don't let social media fool you. Social media is a marketing tool, guys. It is not a business standard. It's not. So if you're making sure that, if you're looking at what this person posted or that person posted, and you're looking at yourself like, dang, why isn't my business growing like that? Why am I not getting that much attention on my business? Why are people using it? Why do people like them? One, it could be good. It could be positive. They could be hustling. They could be grinding. And they could be, just working hard and their marketing is growing like me. Plug. I'm going to guess me because I'm proud of myself. And it could also be the other side. It could be the other side where they're just flexing. Where they're just, out here just like to get on camera because they want attention. So do your research on people. Number 2, beware of partnerships. That was a good spin-off into number 2. Beware of partnerships. Now, I'm not saying that to say that partnerships are all bad. Partnerships are not all bad. But the wrong partnership can destroy your business. I'll give you guys a real life example. Williams & Co. is not my very first real estate brokerage. It's not. It's my second. My first real estate brokerage failed. It failed in a matter of 3 months. And the reason that it failed was because I had a bad business partnership. And, I used to be embarrassed about the situation. I used to feel like, oh my God, my business failed on a public platform. I put all this advertisement out, X, Y, and Z. I put my name on something and it didn't work. But guess what, guys? I learned from it. Now I know the importance of vetting my partnerships. Now I know that people will want to partner with you to clout chase. People will want to partner with you because they see something in you that they don't see in themselves. Sometimes we don't see our own greatness. And it took multiple conversations from multiple people to let me know that, Denise, you can do it. You can do this by yourself. You can stand alone. You don't need to work with other people. You don't have to have a partner. You can do it. And so I'm thankful for those people. You know who you are. So just make sure. And one of the things too, guys, I will say is that you need to make sure that when you're doing your research on people or you're thinking about partnering with someone, that you're not afraid to ask those tough questions like, may I see your receipts? You said you've done this in business before. Let me see your LLC documents. Let me see your operating agreement. Let me see your past year's income tax returns. You have to have those tough conversations with people. You cannot let that bypass because you're nervous or you don't want to, rock the boat or you're scared that they're going to tell you no. Trust me, it will save you in the long run if you do your research up front. Number 3, do not try to grow too fast. Sometimes people will try to grow way before it's your time. I almost made this mistake again in my business. I almost opened our second office because I was approved for it last year. If I would have opened that second office, Williams & Co. in Atlanta would not have been sound enough for me to do that. I wouldn't have been able to give it my attention. I wouldn't have been able to give it my full focus. I wouldn't have been able to grow it the way that it needs to be grown. So don't get distracted too easily and think that you need to just hurry up and do this and hurry up and do that. Sometimes it's better to take the slow route so that you can build a solid foundation. Because when I tell you your reputation is everything, some people will join your business or support your business just to find the loopholes in your business. And so what you don't want to do as a business owner is give them a reason to talk about you negatively for things that you can control. You can control organization. You can control being on time. You can control the flow of your business. So get those things intact first before you decide to grow too fast. Number 4. This one right here, guys. Do not commingle your funds. There are so many people out here calling themselves business owners, yet you're mixing your mortgage payment with your office business cards. Why are you mixing the two? You shouldn't be commingling funds. If you don't know what that means, Google it. Don't do it. Make sure that you're separating it. And if you need help with it, the biggest thing that you need to do is talk to your accountant. Ask them how you can stop doing it. Ask them how you need to set your accounts up. One thing I will say that, if you have a hard time swiping and not keeping track, it may be easier for you to separate the bank accounts. Have one account at Chase, have another account at a credit union. Just completely separate the two so that you're not tempted to swipe that card. But the biggest reason you want to do that is because how are you going to determine if your business is actually making a profit if you're mixing in your personal expenses with your business expenses? You can't really tell. You're not going to be able to say, okay, this business isn't working because your regular job, your 9-to-5 job is going in there. You cut some hair on the side, so that money's thrown in there. And now you're going to Publix to buy groceries out of that same account. What are you doing? That's not how you run a business. Get it together. Now, the next part that I want to go over with you guys is, babe, that battery is low. The next thing that I want to go over with you guys is the third point that I had on my flyer. And that is, okay. And that is, what was her question? What's the name of your organized? Oh, it's called the BYOB planner. So if you go to Amazon and you type in, you're going to type it for me? Okay, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. So you get you a partner that got your back, honey. All right. Number 3, marketing tips. So I will lay off y'all just a little bit on the marketing tips. Okay, so marketing tips. The first one, you want to make sure that you are marketing on a daily basis. All right. Some people consider marketing going online and making a post and they're like, all right, cool, I'm good. I did my marketing today. Yes, that counts as marketing, but is that enough? Marketing should be something that you live and breathe. Okay. So that means going beyond just social media. When you're out in the grocery store talking and having a conversation, hey, how's your day going? Okay, well, what do you do for a living? Figure out ways to put your business out there. Figure out ways to constantly market to stay top of mind. Word of mouth, wearing apparel, having an email CRM so that you can send out email campaigns. Having a text CRM so that you can send out text campaigns. You have to spend money on marketing. There's just no way around it. When you first start out, I understand that it's going to be a little bit difficult. I understand that, funds are going to be tight. I've been there. I'm still there. I'm still not where I want to be. I'm still not. So I still have to make sacrifices. I have to cut corners here or there to make things work. But marketing has to be in the budget. That's a non-negotiable, guys. It is a non-negotiable. Say it with me. Type it in the chat. Non-negotiable, okay? You have to do that. You have to. If you expect people to take you seriously. So what I had to do was I would take a small percentage of every check that I earned to put it back into my marketing until that amount kept growing and growing and growing because I started to see the return on my investment. So I'm not saying go out there and spend thousands of dollars if you don't have it. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is create a habit of investing in your marketing. Some of the top ways that you can market. You can use Facebook ads, Instagram ads, LinkedIn ads. And I hear this a lot from people when I do business consultations. So I do one-on-one business consultations. You can click the link in my bio if you're interested in that. But with regard to advertising, people are like, I just don't know how to do it. I don't know how to. Oh, thank you, Robbie. You typed it in there. I just don't know how to do it. Well, you need to hire a marketing agency. You need to hire a marketing agency. Work with people who are experts in that field. Work with people who can help you to learn that. But just saying that you don't know what to do and not do anything about it is going to kill your business. So you might as well not invest any money in it. You might as well just stop now. Stop while you're ahead because you cannot avoid that expense. I'm sorry. You can't. Anybody telling you could be out here for free is a lie. And lastly, with the marketing, there's also a link in my bio for that six-figure marketing guide. It goes through all the apps I've used, all the websites I've used. People ask me, how did I do this? How did I do that? It's all in that guide. All right, so let's go to, it's the link in my bio. They can click the link in my bio. Team building. This is the last point that I had on my flyer. So with regard to team building, what you want to do, guys, is you want to build a team with people that you can trust. You want to build a team with people that you know have your back, at least as well as you can know. Sometimes people disappoint you, right? Sometimes you feel like people might have your back and they actually don't. But try to fill people out the best that you can. But you want to make sure that they share some of the same ethics and the same values that you do. If you already in your first meeting are kind of like, I don't know about this, or your gut feeling is telling you that this person isn't right, then go with that feeling. Because sometimes it could save you a lot of time, money, and heartache. So make sure you do that. Another thing that people try to do when they're starting a business to cut corners is start their business with family. Real life experience. I just ordered, some things I've been waiting on for a while. She had a backup list of inventory. We had to literally wait weeks for this launch, for this drop, for this shipment. I was so excited. I was on the website at midnight, ready to order my stuff. It has been over 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and I don't even have a tracking number because she's building her business with her family. And this isn't to knock family, because you have some people who have really good family members that are actually willing to help you, that are actually willing to really grind it out with you and really, really get it out the mud. But if you know that you have family members and you're just trying to be cheap, that's not always the best route to go. Free is not always best. Sometimes you need to pay the cost to be the boss. Sometimes you need to hire help, real help, people that are actually experts in their fields. versus people that you can just fill in the gaps for now, because that can damage your business before you even get started. Now I will not order anything else from that site, because I don't like businesses that are super unorganized and charge you a premium and don't perform. Build a team with people who work just as hard as you do. So for example, if you know you're going to send somebody a referral, you want to make sure that they're worthy of your referral, that they're not going to make you look bad. Because anytime you refer business to someone, that's going to be a reflection of you. So you want to make sure that that person that you're referring to is going to have the same integrity, the same amount of work ethic, the same passion that you do, so that that person that you referred isn't dissatisfied. Because again, that's a reflection on you. I'm about to wrap with this. There are 4 people that you need on your team. There's 4 different people that you need to make sure are on your team. 1, an attorney. You need to make sure that you have a good attorney that you can consult with to go over contracts, to make sure your agreements are in order, to make sure your insurance policies are good. You know, you want to make sure that you have a great attorney. Even if you can't put one on retainer just out the bat, go ahead and build relationships with attorneys in the field. You know, getting trademark attorneys, personal intellectual property attorneys. What's the other one that I have? Oh gosh, I can't remember what it is right now. I have a personal injury attorney. Yeah, intellectual property and property and damage. So make sure that you build your attorney network. Number 2, a great accountant. Shout out to my accountant, Tip. She is the best. I love her. Make sure that you have someone that you can trust with your money. And don't trust them to a point where you never check behind them. I'm not saying have that kind of trust, but you want to make sure that you can trust them to the point where they're going to help you grow your business. You want to have meetings with them on at least a quarterly basis to see how's my business doing? What can we do to improve? Should I be taking money out for my taxes? You know, you want to have those kind of conversations and relationships with your attorney. You want to definitely help them make sure that they're helping you to grow your business the right way and taking advantage of tax incentives. Number 3, you want to have an amazing financial planner. I have an amazing financial planner that I work with. Her name is Patricia. She's absolutely amazing. If you need her contact information, please send me a DM and I will send it to you, because she has changed my life. She has helped me to set up my life insurance policies correctly, because I was paying for a policy that was just not benefiting me at all. You know, she's helping me with my will. She's helping me with my asset planning, my asset management. You want to make sure you have those things in place. And get this, guys, you don't have to have a minimum net worth to work with her. So you want to make sure that you reach out to these people to get the knowledge. Sometimes it's so intimidating to talk to people because it's like, oh my gosh, I'm not making 6 figures yet. Oh my gosh, I'm not making 7 figures yet. It's okay. We all started somewhere, but you want to get the knowledge up front so that you know how to spend the money wisely, and you aren't just out here making money and spending it recklessly. And then you look back 5 years from now, you see what you've made and you have nothing to show for it. So go ahead and start putting the appropriate things in place now. Number 4, you want to have a relationship with your banker. The reason it's so important to have a relationship with your banker is because if you need those last minute wires, you know, they'll do it for you. If you need to call them real quick because there was some fraud on your account, they'll shut it down. You know, you want to really have personal relationships. I know that they've done a lot of things that are shifting us to a less touch society. You want to still bypass all that foolishness and have some real life interactions, some real world connections with people. Because no matter how much technology is out there, as long as people are procreating, there are going to be people that you have to deal with. So make sure that you have really great relationships with people. Build that team. That is your 4 team. I will do a recap. 1, your attorney. 2, a great accountant. 3, a financial planner. And let me stop there one more time. To my people, to my black people, this is for you. Stop dying without a will. Please stop. If you don't have a will right now, please consult a financial planner so that you can get one in place. If you don't have a life insurance policy right now, please get one in place, you guys. This is a cycle that we must stop. It's a cycle that keeps continuing in our culture, and it's not okay. You can buy an insurance policy of over $1 million. If I pass away, my son is a multimillionaire. The amount I spend on my policy per month is less than what I spend on a pair of shoes. It's probably less than what I spend on going out to dinner in one night. In one night, guys. Y'all are going out to dinner. Y'all going to Papa Do's, but y'all don't have a life insurance policy. That's not okay. And if you're a parent on here, and you don't have life insurance policy for your children, shame on you. Shame on you. That's not okay. Period. Under no circumstance. I don't care if you have to get a $10,000 policy to start just so that they can put you in the ground. It's not your child's responsibility to bear the burdens of your debts. Your child is supposed to be brought into this world to help bring on a legacy. It's so many people out here that talk about, I want to leave a legacy for my child, and y'all not leaving nothing but debt. You need to ask yourself that question right now. Are you leaving a legacy right now? If you were to die today, are you leaving a legacy or are you leaving loans? Are you leaving debt to your children? And if you don't have any children, to your parents or whoever your heirs are, to the church you want to donate to, whomever, what are you leaving? No, none of us know the time or the hour, but we do know that right now we can make a difference. We know that right now we can make decisions to set our families up for success. Stop setting our families up to fail. Stop making your children start from ground zero. We already did that. They don't need to go backwards. There's too much technology out here today. There's too much information out here today for our generation to have any excuse not to be great. You don't have any excuse. If you're not making the money you want to make right now, it's your fault. It's no one else's. It's not your parents that didn't teach you. It's not because you grew up in the hood. It's not because you grew up poor. I grew up poor. I had a child in college, my sophomore year in college. And guess what? I have 3 degrees now. I finished my degree at Valdosta State University, where I got pregnant my sophomore year in college. Still had to continue and finish in 5 years instead of 4, but I got it done. And then didn't stop there, but went on to get 2 master's degrees from Clayton State University. Didn't stop with just master's degrees. I got a 4.0 GPA when I graduated. So people can't come to me with excuses about what you can't do based on where you've come from. My parents didn't help me get to this position financially, okay? Because they can't. Just like a lot of other people's parents can't. But we cannot continue to make the decisions to make bad decisions or duplicate those decisions that our parents made. If you know the things that they did were not the right way to do them, then fix it. This is our opportunity, guys, to be great. And I will also give you a quick website as I close. And that is getting insurance. This is not life insurance or any of that. It is insurance for your business. It's called hiscox.com, HISCOX.com. They have great plans for general liability plans, for E&O insurance. So anything like that that you need for your business to protect yourself, I encourage you to make sure that you have some level of insurance in the event that you're sued, because we do live in a suing society. Okay, It doesn't matter if they're your family. There's families in court every single day. Doesn't matter if that's your BFF from high school. There are friends in court every day over money. So you want to make sure that you're protected. Make sure that you have insurance policies in place for your business. You don't want to work so hard and then have someone sue you and take it all away. So please visit that website if you do not have insurance for your business and look that up. And so, you think we should? No. Probably 3. 2 or 3. Okay. Okay, you guys. So that's all I have as far as my topics that I prepared with regard to my flyer and the things that I said I wanted to go over. I do want to give a few minutes to open it up for questions. If you have any questions that you want to ask me about business, don't try to get in my personal business. But if you have some questions you want to ask me about entrepreneurship, how I got here, Williams & Co., any of those things, feel free to ask. I did receive some questions. I made a post asking you guys to DM me, if you had questions. And so we're going to answer just a few of them because I've already kind of talked to you guys for a while. And I want to get to my announcement. So we'll just answer 2 or 3 of them. And if y'all have any questions, go ahead and type them in the chat and I will try to get to your questions. Okay? All right. So I don't know. I was supposed to pick on myself. Which one was that? I was supposed to dig in it. Okay. Okay. So this question, I don't know if you can see it. But this question says, what is the first real estate check course really about? Okay. So I'm glad you asked. So the first real estate check course, guys, that course was created by me because I receive a lot of inquiries from people all the time. They'll hit me up. They'll say, how did you get started in real estate? How do I get started? How do I get started? How do I get started? I don't know what to do. And so that's what birthed the first real estate check course. So I created it in order to bridge the gap between one, answering that question. It does go over the exact steps you need to take to become licensed. Okay. Number 2, the second reason that this course was created was to bridge the gap between what you learn in real estate school versus the real world of real estate. Think about it like this. In college, right? A lot of us went to college. In college, we learned, our curriculum. But when we got onto our first day on our job, it was totally different from what we learned in school, right? So it's the same thing with the first real estate check course. You're going to learn the rules, the regulations, the laws in real estate school. But you're not going to learn how to market in real estate school. You're not going to learn how to get to the money in real estate school. That's not really their job. What they're there to teach you is how to not lose your license. That's the whole purpose of real estate school. You're going to hear constantly, don't do this or you'll lose your license. Don't do that. Don't do this. Don't do that. That's what real estate school is about. But this course is going to be totally different. It's going to show you step by step what you need to do, things that you need to look out for, how you actually get paid in real estate. A lot of people are getting into real estate because y'all see the glitz and the glam. Y'all see we out here cute, right? Y'all see us selling houses. Everybody feel like they can be a tour guide because that's what they think we are sometimes. But y'all don't understand how much work goes into being a real estate agent. But anyway, in that course, I go into detail about what you need to watch out for so that you're not taken advantage of as a new agent, so that you know how to read your commission check report, so that you know, if you should be with a large firm versus a small firm. I just go over so many details, even the 4 points I just mentioned with regard to building your business the right way and what relationships to have. That's in my course, but a lot more details are given in that course. So if you're interested in that, it is www.firstrealestatecheck.com. And you go to that website to get into the course. And it's not expensive at all. It's only $4.97. And if you're actually on this live, you can get it for 50% off. You can enter the code FREC. So First Real Estate Check, FREC 50, and get half off. if you want to purchase the course. I don't know how long that code is going to last, so I encourage you to use it now if you can. All right, so what's the next question? We're going to see what y'all trying to get in my business about. Oh, this is a good one. It says, how do you handle not comparing yourself to other people in the industry? Well, I mean, do you see this? No, I'm just kidding. This is a good one. How do I handle not comparing myself to other people in the industry? Well, for me, I honestly believe that there's just enough money to go around. I honestly believe that my clients are meant for me. I believe that the people that want to work with me will solicit me. And I don't have to compare myself to other people in the industry because I know that I'm great. And I know that my skill and my work ethic will get me to where I'm trying to go. And so I think that this is a confidence question. Ultimately, whoever asked this question, I think that it's a confidence thing. You have to really believe in yourself, and you have to believe in your ability to make money, and you have to believe in your ability to become successful. So I think it starts with the mindset, and then your focus won't be on comparing yourself to other people who are in the same industry that you're in. All right. One more question.
Somebody in the chat asked, how do you get interested in real estate? How do you know that'll be your career field?
Okay, so before I answer this one, you said somebody asked me a question in the chat.
Yes.
And it's, how did I what?
How did you become interested in real estate, and when did you know that was going to be your career field?
So I've been in real estate for quite a while. I've been interested in real estate for a while. What attracted me to the industry was the fact that I would be able to have the flexibility that I wanted while having unlimited income potential. So being a real estate professional really does allow you to be your own boss. Even without being a broker, you can really make a lot of money in this industry. And I was just always focused on, like, I don't want to be broke again. I want to do something that doesn't have a cap, something where I can really grow and show my skill set. As I mentioned earlier, I didn't grow up with a lot of money. I am one of 6 siblings, and I used to have to share clothes and sleep in the same bed as my siblings and all kind of things like that. And so we had a really small house growing up. And what I don't want to do again is ever live in a small house again. And so real estate was attractive to me because I wanted space. That's honestly where it started. I just knew, I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. I'm tired of this. I need my own space. I want my own bed. I want my own room. I remember always feeling that way. And so real estate gave me an outlet to basically make money and pursue that goal. Did I answer that question?
You did.
Okay.
Somebody asked, should they take it before or after? I said before, so they can hit the ground running.
Right. Yeah. So you want to take the course either before you get licensed. If you're serious about getting licensed, obviously you need to be serious or it's going to be a wasted investment. You can take it before. It does not give you your real estate license, but it does give you insight into the industry. So it really could still save you a lot of time and energy in general by taking the course, because you can say, yes, this is for me, or nah, this ain't the industry for me. And, you know, and let bygones be bygones. But I definitely do think that taking it either simultaneously or before is the best time. And so this last question is, how do you stay motivated when your business isn't making money? So I stay motivated because I understand that it's bigger than money and it's tied to my purpose. You have to always remember what your why is. Instagram is giving me 1 minute and 42 seconds. So you have to always remember your why. Always remember why you started. Always remember to keep God first, and everything else is going to fall into place. So I don't want to go on too long because I only have 1 minute to give you guys a special announcement. And I'm so glad that you guys joined my live, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Share it with a friend. Take all of my fussing for love, because I want us all to win, and I have to tell you the truth. All right, so with no further ado, drum roll. I just love him, y'all. He just get down with all my ideas. All right, so you ready? I have written a book, and y'all are getting the first sneak peek of my book. This is something I've been working on since last year. It's actually going to go on pre-sale this week on Friday. And so I'm going to tell y'all the title. If you can't see, it is From Broke to Broker. Y'all, don't steal my title because I love it so much.
And it's trademarked.
It is trademarked anyway. But this is my book, guys. I'm so excited. I'm so proud of it. It's going to go into detail about my life, about my journey. I have 17 more seconds. So yes, sneak peek real quick. And I'm so excited about my book, y'all. So if you want to support it, it's going to be more information coming out soon for it. But I have 5 seconds. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for your support.
What should you say?
I don't know if it did. Okay, so Facebook. Can you see if it still saves? If it will save, press those buttons before you press the end button. I don't know if it, I hope it didn't delete.
This is supposed to be viewer questions.
So yes, guys, this is the book. Let me give y'all a little FaceTime with it. From Broke to Broker. Did I lose it? I think I lost it. I think I lost my recording on Instagram. But guys, I'm proud of it. Again, y'all will get more details on this. Pre-launch is going to happen on Friday. So thank you guys for being with me for the past hour. I didn't even expect for it to go this long, but I appreciate y'all. Hopefully y'all learned something. Hopefully I was able to give you guys some advice that is going to help you in your business, because that was the ultimate goal of this conversation. I appreciate your support, the likes, the shares, the comments. Everything matters to me, and everything has helped me to get to where I am. And I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you. Thank you to the Williams & Co. team, those that tuned in and those that weren't able to. I appreciate y'all so much. I'm not about to cry. I told myself I wasn't going to cry on live, but I'm going to cry afterwards.
Facebook didn't get to see it.
I did. I put it up there. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. Feel free, if you want to book a business consultation with me, if you want a one-on-one, I'm so open to it. I love coaching. I love training. I'm passionate about it, if you can't tell. So hit me up if you need, advice or any of that. I love y'all. Thank you so much. Babe, did you have anything you wanted to say?
Make sure you go to firstrealestatecheck.com to check out Denise's course. Make sure you buy the From Broke to Broker book, because honestly, it's going to be the story that everybody wants to know. All the questions that you get in your DM,
all my business,
packed into one big expose, so that they can actually see kind of what the journey looks like. And so I think that's going to be important. But thank everybody for the support for the past 2 years. It's always amazing to see something birth and watch it grow. And so treat your businesses the same. Care about it every day, and it will show you that it's worth it in the end. So thanks, of course, to you for being such an amazing leader, and for pushing to stand as an example to so many people that it's doable. Not just doable, but it can be done at the highest level. In a city like Atlanta, you're on Peachtree Street. And coming from a city that's not Atlanta, I would say that. A city with less than 35,000 people.
Oh my gosh.
It's just beautiful to see what you've been able to do. And so I love you, and I'm proud of you, and I'm glad to be able to be here and support you.
And you fine. And he fine.
See you all later. Okay.
I love you, babe. Thank you. All right, you guys. Thank you again. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all. And make sure y'all support my book. All right, you guys. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you, Facebook.
Just make sure that you save it, please.